On this week's episode, we watch the homeless. We get a 12-pack of tacos.
Like a 12-pack of tacos.
And we get exhausted.
Thunder! You know you've done a good job on replicating one side to the other when the template you've made for the original side is exactly what you use for the template on the side that you're working on. I'm modifying it just a tickle, as in I'm growing it. Yeah, I'm making this thing grow. I'm watering it, feeding it Miracle-Gro, the whole kit. So if anybody was curious on what I was referring to in the last video of getting a shape and how that actually looked, I will now demonstrate how that looks. Okay, see how we have our tape going all the way down this, and you see this is about as vertical as it gets right here. So this line right here, we're gonna go ahead and mark that. That's the top of where we need to be, and you don't need to mark anything, it's just there down. But you can kind of see where the groove is already sitting just because it's an old truck and things don't line up like they should. Only one positive to having a dirt floor garage. Now they're dusty. Now, working on old junk, you don't want to be going down here because then that's tetanus down there. You want to avoid that at all costs. So do this at your own risk. But you can see kind of what I'm working with. This is my new piece because apparently I had lost the other piece that was going to go right here. So we're going to make marks, mark them right kind of where my fingers are, and then downstairs we're going to see kind of where that lands. We're going to mark it off, and then we'll lay the tape on top of it, and then we'll know exactly where our cut needs to be. Once we have this piece laid out, cut, cleaned up, blah, 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 we'll put the other piece inside there, and then we'll make our step piece that goes from the outside to the inside. Can't make the middle piece second because you kind of need to know where everything lands. We have our mark up here, telling us where the top of the cut up there was. And we have our two marks that kind of eyed out where the tape was sitting, right? Now, I know it's a little hard to see, but you can see where the indent is on the tape. It's easier if you have really dirty hands and you really want to get after it, but I'm also terrified of tetanus. I've already been cut up numerous freaking times thanks to this truck, and I don't want lockjaw. So that's as good as we're going to get. Let me get to cutting. Okay, we're there. Check it. This one we just made, that came down. This will get tucked under as it'll be out of metal. I'll form it as we go. Just a tickle bit of trimming to do right here. You can't get a good clean cut. I'm using a box knife that's old as crap and yard signs. So if I had scissors and cardboard, that's another thing. But this is what I got. That's what I'm using. Made that. We've already had this. So we just need to make this white piece that's in here. This is our bumper, not bumper, I don't know, our raised piece. So that's the pieces we need to make. This will be Lexan, these will be metal. We'll add tabs as we mark them out on the piece of metal, but I'm gonna get a little bit of trimming on this guy, and then we'll transfer all this to metal. It's all part of the gig, man. Is this gonna be perfect? No, but are we in a perfect shop, in a perfect world with perfect tools and perfect money? But will it look good from about 20 to 50 feet away? Cherry. I'm pretty sure that's not his. Just saying. What? Oh, shoot. Looking good. Damn. Yeah, got my ears lowered. And my face accentuated. Aside from that, looking good. Shit. We have ourselves a present. The net that's going to replace the gate. So let's see if it's wide enough. Timu, don't let me down now. Let's do a little bit of a before and bada bing, bada boom. Sorry, that was really loud. My bad. Look at that. Net tailgate. Boom, 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 boom. Only had to do a little bit of modification had out a hole here and here. I used the holes that were the little loops down there that the tailgate set on originally. Pulled these little dingle balls through with the elastic. Bada bing, bada boom.
From designing cars to racing cars, you have to stay energized. And nothing says energy like a 12-pack of tacos. We're going to annihilate a 12-pack of tacos. Well, I'm going to annihilate most of them. How many are you going to have?
No.
5? 11 teen? Taco time. It's taco time. And it's not even Tuesday. What about it, Raw Julia?
It was Tuesday.
I got my rivet gun sitting there. Boom, got that guy. We have this side done. I have the outside plastic still on it. Need to peel that off. I think I have it. Well, I guess I must have already peeled it off. I need to get this part here taped off however I'm going to do it. But this fender is done. Boom. Tough hacking snacked and got her. We make our silly little way back here. We got the blister done. Blister's taken care of, and no, that's not. I know you're seeing the donkey dingleberry down here. Don't worry about that. We got the inlay done. We got the blister done. Got some silicone on it to kind of smooth it over a little bit. And do a little bit more. This one, because I had to replicate the other side, was a lot harder to do. It just became a bit more of a headache. And I know you're seeing the wires. Got an idea for that up there. I have to figure out how I'm going to hide the wires. I think I have an idea for that. We shall see. If you can't tell, it is freezing but cold outside. All I have is this little guy right here. And I got the porch heater over there, but that thing chews through propane tanks like way too freaking quick, and I don't want to spend that kind of money because I'm a brokey. What I like to do is probably go ahead and get the exhaust started. We're going to see about doing a cold start with the stock exhaust that's on it currently. And then we'll see about cutting it off and going with the nice little just cat. Okay, so that's kind of how it sounds right now. Does it sound bad? No. Is it loud? No. Is it memorable? No. Is it about as boring as it comes? Unfortunately, yes, it is. An insane idea that I want to do with this exhaust, and hopefully I can pull it off, because I'll put money down right now. I'll put $20 that nobody's done an exhaust like I'm getting ready to do. And I mean tit for tat. It has to be identical. Nobody's going to do exhausts like this guy. If the fenders and the blisters and all kinds of stupid crap are any indication of where my head's at, I'm digging into the weirdest little pits of my creative mind. Call SEMA. Tell them to save a spot. We're on our way, damn it. We're getting there. This is either going to be cool as shit or a total flop, but I'm betting on the cool as shit. Oh, yeah, brother. Let's get to work. Okie dokie artichoke. Yeah. So, I've got notes right here that translate over into the pipe right there. I'll give you kind of a rundown here. So let's say it ends right about here. Gonna add a piece, gonna come up and come out right here. What's gonna come out right there? I guess you're just gonna have to wait and see, aren't you? I got sparks in my face. And it's too late to go back now, cause ba-bam. Oh, hold on, ba-bam. Freaking ba-bam, baby. You curious what it sounds like? Yeah, me too. Let's go find out, huh? Yeah. Whew. I ain't as young as I once was, brother. My hell, years have flown. How about a little thunder, Doc? Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Expected. Hang tight, I'll give you a couple revs. What do you think? That's loud. Almost as loud as how my hair is. But damn, that's loud. That's pretty cool though. All right, I'll get to cracking on the other stuff don't you worry. If you're seeing this, that means there's going to be a payoff at the end. Don't you worry. There's going to be something going on. Give me a minute. I'm working on a dirt floor in middle of winter. That's light outside. I'm cold. We're getting there. Don't you worry. Don't calm down. Shit buff. It's all right. Damn, that was loud though. Ew. This big grody, dirty SOB. That's what was making me so quiet. You're banished. You out of here.
Your mad dreams end here, Travis. You're banished. No!
Go on. Got that big hunk of mother effer out of there. Hell yeah, brother. I didn't have to chop it up into 100 pieces. It came out fairly easily. I did have to jack up the rear end just to kind of get it out from underneath the truck with all of its brackets and stuff. I did my very best. I did my fucking best. I did my best to hold on to these guys. Little exhaust hanger things. These are probably a little too short to actually use, but the rods, the bushings, those are all things that cost money at the end of the day. And I know I'm gonna have to get at least one to do the new pieces of exhaust that I'm gonna do. So if I can save myself, 15, 20 bucks, ain't nobody crawling around under there anyhow, except for me. That, and once we get the side steps on there, that's why the exhaust has to go next. So I want to do the side steps to keep the outward progress looking good and all that. But once the side steps are on there, they're going to be like on there. So I need to get the exhaust done first and foremost before I do that. The side step stuff, just so ease of access. Hell yeah, brother. That's loud, isn't it? It sounded pretty cool whenever it was freaking fired up. I haven't had a loud car, daily car. Oh goodness, it's been probably 6 or 7 years. So this will be cool. I'm excited for it. Alrighty, as I'm putting a parts list together for this thing, because the closest parts store is kind of a jaunt away. I want to make sure I get at least a couple pieces so I'm not wasting a trip and I can get something accomplished with the one parts run. I have come to the conclusion after doing a little bit of test fitting with this big old 3-inch pipe here. Yeah, ladies, that's a 3-inch pipe for you. That big as shit, you know what I'm saying? The stock pipe roughly fits. So I have this piece right here that's a little bit bowed over here and a little bit smaller over here. This is an excellent piece just to have lying around, just because you can tell what size your pipe is and kind of get adapters and fittings and all that stuff based off of it. So as I've written on this side, this is the stock muffler or the stock exhaust pipe that's on the truck currently. I need to go from this guy right here, this little guy, to 3-inch. Now, ladies, that's a 1/2 inch difference right there for you, baby. So I need to get mother of God.
Today, Junior.
I need to get an adapter for this piece to that piece to make that fit on the truck itself, full stop. So we have two 90s. We have two of these guys right here, and those need to create a Z, or you know, like what, the stair. Like, let me see if I can't draw it. Doot, doot, doot. Something like that. There's some cutting and stuff that's involved, but both pieces are exactly 3 inches. At a regular muffler shop, I'm sure that somebody who's done this quite a bit could easily make this happen without too much of a muss or a fuss. But I'm not a muffler shop. I'm just some guy in a dirt floor garage. My biggest thing is to keep this as cheap and feasible as possible. So adapters and sleeves and stuff like that, that's extra money. I'm already spending money going down there for gas anyway, and time. Time is like the big thing, but I want to make my time valuable, right? So do I have an adapter around here? No. But what I do have is my old exhaust. The old exhaust is like exactly, I think it's 3 inches outside diameter, and the 90s are 3 inches inside diameter. So what I did was I took my handy dandy angle grinder here and killed the blade down to absolutely nothing. I plan to go through another box of blades. It's gonna happen. I chopped it up and I made an adapter. Does it need cleaned up more? Absolutely. But whoop. Oh, dang it. I chipped my ring dealy, but you can see that fits fairly decently. That's good enough to at least get a clamp on or weld on or something like that. Could you fill that in with weld? Yeah, but I'm also trying to save a buck. So I've got this as a backup. I'm going to take my 90 and my straight with me to make sure I get all my adapters and all that stuff correctly done. But yeah, always good to take a step back, think 5 minutes or so, just kind of walk real quick. What do I need? What am I going to be wasting my time not getting? If I don't get it, it isn't going to stop me from progressing with the objective that I have in mind today. I want to make this cut precise as humanly possible, because if I don't do it right, then I'm going to have to put something on it to band-aid it, and I don't know if I can do that. I've already been band-aiding quite a bit, so I'm pretty good at that, but let's see if we can't make this happen without too many screw-ups.
Before we get to the exhaust portion of this episode here, we gotta take a break to introduce our sponsor. Absolutely freaking nobody, just me.
I didn't like the way he bait and switched us. I want to know who the sponsor is of the episode.
I'm doing this all by myself with Guy Fieri Energy. Let's freaking go, brother. All right.
Sorry, I have a bit of energy I need to get out from time to time. Moving on. We got some adapters. 2 of them I'm down with. 1 of them I'm not so much. I'm gonna have to do some fab work on it. 3-inch adapter. It goes on the outside of this guy right here. it collects this guy and that guy together. Okay? Okay. Got this guy. This was the expensive one. Got this guy here. This was the expensive one because it's a stainless steel, but they didn't have it in, you know, cheap mild steel. So this guy makes the stock exhaust meet the big boy. This will slip over that guy. This little guy right here, then the tippy tip, that'll go into the stock stuff. Boom, boom, boom. The one I'm worried about, this guy fits on the outside of the big pipe. Cool? Cool. That's our problem. It's identical size, and I'm a cheap ass and I didn't want to buy another piece just to slip this over that. So what I'm going to attempt to do, is cut a sleeve or cut a slit in the adapter here and mush it down to be able to fit into that. And yes, this is the muffler we're going with. When I say we're doing this cheap as shit, I mean I'm sticking to cheap as shit. That muffler, I could count it as free because I bought it for a different car years ago, but that was $20 on Temu. 20. I literally have more money in the adapters that I purchased today. The 3 adapters cost me $32. I have another $30 in the 2 bins, so let's say I have, let's round up to $100 in exhaust here, and a little 120 nothing special welder. So if I can do this, you can do this, because I'm not doing anything special with special tools or special dies. Could I do that? Yeah, I could probably pull a favor and go holler at my boy and say, hey, can you widen this? Can you do this? Can you weld with your badass welder? I'm not going to bother him. He's busy. I'll do this myself and then prove to every big swinging dick channel who's got 6 figures wrapped up in a one of a kind ride that you can do this too for next to no money, as long as you have the will of give a damn and gumption. So let's get to work and see if I can't get this going. Creativity waits for no man. Okay, so as you can see, we have ourselves a little jack stand action, and yeah, the blue tape's just holding the adapter to the 3-incher, but going from what I'm assuming was the stock pipe going into the muffler that we took off just a little while ago. We're going up and out. So that will get straightened up and cleaned up and all that stuff, but as you can tell, as you can tell, we don't have any room. So I did a quick little bit of measurement, I chalked it right over here. Kind of give me an idea of where everything's at. I'm about 4 inches off the bottom of the body panel to get me the bottom of the muffler. BTM, muff. Nice. You said muff.
He said anus. Entertain us, anus.
This is roughly right about where the tip is touching, give or take, right at this crosshair right here. So get all the variables I can taken care of before I make the cut, because this cut, much like the fenders, once it's done, there's no going back. And yes, I'm laying down all casual and shit. Oh, didn't see you there. I'm just playing with a muffler. Not my muffler, but a muffler. Want to join me? I lied. I'm just gonna go for it and see what happens. Here we go. Let's just party.
Rolling up slow in a rusted out Cadillac, kids yell loud, here he come, he's back. Tailgate drop, whole trunk look packed. That's my dog, Uncle Big Back. Pull up!
Oopsie poopsie, I made a oopsie. Oh no, golly gee willikers, what shall I ever do? I guess I'll just cry about it, I suppose. We're on the way. We made a good cut. It's not done yet. None of this thing is done yet. But we're moving in the right direction. Check this shit. Oh, didn't see you there. There's a lot of shit over here. Don't mind me. I've got a plan for this. I gotta get everything dialed in and hung and maybe make some clearance stuff going on, but look at the width on that. It barely pokes outside the fender flare here, and it should be right on the money with how wide the wheels are gonna be. So it's just a matter of getting the adapter from the 3-inch 90 to this guy hooked up, get all that crap bolted together. I'm going to have to draw some lines to make sure I know where my pipes are supposed to line up, and we will be shitting in tall cotton and barking in loud cotton, because this thing, insert clip, you don't miss that new Edelbrock, it's loud.
It's horrible, but hopefully it'll be over soon. My dad said he was going to go to the office today.
Connie, look at this file cabinet they're throwing out at the office.
Your dad is white trash.
King of the Hill guys, you'll get my reference. Yeah, that looks fucking cool, guys. I don't give a Frenchman's fuck who you are. That's cool as shit. I might have to go inside and warm up a little bit, because that little heater guy's doing good, but I don't know if I can't feel my toes very well. So get to working on your shit, and we'll see you in a second. You know how some things are just out of your control, and no matter how good you want to be at being on top of shit, you just aren't? Well, I was fixing to weld up my exhaust here. I'm out of wire. I have like a fart's worth of wire left. I'm a little bit more goofy looking today. I have been pulling my hair out for the last half hour or so. So remember how I said there was no welding wire left in the little welder here? Well, it's butt naked now, because the stud that holds the wire on fell into the body. So I had to find the bolt. Then when I was taking shit off, it didn't want to come off. So all this other shit. Then there's a bunch of wire just kind of laying around and shit, because I keep freaking bird nesting the wire. Just what the French toast? Freaking boof. Okay, I'm gonna take five. And we'll go back to work. Boof. What kind of automotive content creator would I want to be if I didn't give you guys a chance to peep the welds? That's all you get. I'm not trying to make excuses for this, but that has been the biggest pain in the ass welder I've ever dealt with. And I'll give you kind of a rundown.
Brother,
I know they're boogery.
What's that?
I know.
What's that, brother?
I know. But you know what? It's going on the truck. We're never ever going to see it again. So feast your eyes, because that's the last time you're ever going to see those welds. Let's get to fitting, huh? All right, making sure my pretty face don't have any burns on it, because my arm sure as shit does. We are welded in. Y'all ready to hear what this thing sounds like? And hopefully I didn't fry the computer or something like that when I was welding on this thing and didn't disconnect the battery. All right, let's see. That'll work. Say it with me. Dr. Thunder, bring the thunder. That's not bad.
That ain't too bad now, is it? Shit, I bet I bet some of you people were like, oh, that's gonna sound like a bark can. That's gonna sound like a ring ding ding ding. Insert clip here. No, that sounds actually pretty damn good. I'm excited about that. It pokes out a little further than I expected it to be. That could be just because of my slapped ass cutting and whatnot. But I'll take that. I'm pumped about that. That freaking slaps cheeks. Hell yeah. All right. Time for the comparison, side by freaking side by side by side by freaking side. Hell yeah, brother. I'm freaking pumped about that. Do some ticky-tack stuff to kind of hide or clean up this area right here. But aside from that, I mean, we're not touching there. It's pretty much on the truck. You heard it squeaking. Hell yeah. I'm not sticking to any kind of one theme with this thing. It's whatever I feel like doing. If I happen to have the parts on tap, that's kind of what we're rolling with on this. So, you call it Bozozoku or, you know, time attack or this, that, and the other. I don't give a shit. It's an amalgamation of what can I do, make it cool, cheap as shit, exhaust, check. Big ol' ch-ch. Hell yeah, brother. That's freaking sick. Let me play around with it. I'm going to go take a break because this fumey is all shit in here because I don't know what the hell's going on in that catalytic converter, but I probably should have punched it out before I went ahead and sealed up the exhaust. You learn. But the computer's not dead. That was the huge thing. I was terrified whether or not, you know, Dodge 90s electronics, Dodge especially, you give it a little extra power, it's going to start frying shit. So I'm actually pumped that that actually pumped out and it didn't fry the computer by just shocking the ever-living crap out of it because none of those welds are good. If you're fortunate enough to climb under there, you can make all the jokes you want, but I'm not going to show them to you. Quick little thing. This is the opening of that back there. Made it with tape just so I could have a diagram of how big the opening actually is. Will be smoothed up. You'll see it when it's done. Okay, bye. Hides it pretty good. You know, got the side rails back on, cut to perfection to kind of give the spoiler a little bit more runway. You know what I mean? It's takeoff action. Got both sides on. You can't see because I got junk in the trunk. Truck related. And the exhaust. Got the plate on there. Looking good. Yes, sir, Bob. I like it. I think that's a good stopping point for this week. I hope, hopefully you learned something or learn what not to do in this case, or it maybe give you some drive to say, to hell with it. I'm gonna put a fart can on my truck. Who knows? But yeah, thanks for stopping by. If you feel so, if you're following along with this whole thing and you're not sub, do me a favor, go ahead and hit it. As you saw from the last video, we're trying to get to 500 organically so that we can go to No Name Nationals this coming year, and we'll take this guy if that's the case. But other than that, love, peace, and chicken grease. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.
Is that a homeless guy? No, Marek. Hey, get a friggin' job.